इंडियन पीनल कोड के हैड सस्पिशन। अच्छा, ये कुछ प्रॉब्लम बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस देख रहे हैं, यूँ ही रीड कर लेना। इसके केस लॉस बीच में जो होंगे वो याद करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, बस ऐसे ही माइंड ओपन करने के लिए। आंसर जैसे इसमें लिखे हैं वैसे भी आंसर लिखने नहीं है। आंसर सही से जैसे राहुल IAS टाइप का है वैसा देख के लिखना, ठीक है। के हैड सस्पिशन दैट बी हैड लियासन विथ हिज वाइफ. He approached C and suggested that B should be killed. Thereafter, K, along with D, got a knife of unusual dimension prepared from S. ठीक है, K का ऐसा शक था कि B का उसकी वाइफ के साथ चक्कर है। वो C के पास गया, सजेस्ट करा कि B को मार डालना है। मतलब गया C के पास और बोला B को मार डालना है। ठीक है, thereafter K D के साथ, ठीक है, उसकी वाइफ के साथ चक्कर है। के को लगता था बी का, फिर के अप्रोच करा सी को, सजेस्ट करा कि बी को मार डालना है। उसके बाद के डी के साथ एक नाइफ प्रिपेयर करवाया एच से। अभी इतने सारे अलग कैरेक्टर आ गए, सी का तो और कोई काम नहीं। तो के नाइफ के साथ आर्म्ड करके अकम्पनीड बाय सी, सी के साथ था और डी के साथ था। उसने अटैक करा बी को जब वो सो रहा था और 2 इंजरी इन्फ्लिक्ट करके उसकी डेथ कर दी, जो कि सफिशेंट थी उसकी डेथ करने के लिए इन ऑर्डिनरी कोर्स ऑफ नेचर। इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान पता पड़ा कि के ने डिस्क्लोजर करा परसुएंट जिसके नाइफ रिकवर कर ली गई। ये पाया गया कि नाइफ ह्यूमन ब्लड कैरी कर रही थी। इट वॉज ऑल्सो फाउंड दैट सी हैज़ कन्फेस्ड टू एच अबाउट हिज इन्वॉल्वमेंट एंड कमीशन ऑफ मर्डर बाय 3। तो सी ने कन्फेस कर दिया था एच को उसकी इन्वॉल्वमेंट के लिए और कमीशन ऑफ मर्डर इन तीनों के द्वारा। सी अप्रूवर बन गया और के ट्रायल कमेंस होने से पहले ही मर गया। एविडेंस अगेंस्ट डी क्या क्या कंप्राइज करता है? Approver statement implicating himself and others, statement of acts S regarding preparation of knife, statement of witness of disclosure and recovery, previous confessional statement of C, medical evidence, evidence showing motive। ठीक है, इस क्वेश्चन को वापस से पढ़ लेते हैं। के को ऐसा शक था कि बी का उसकी वाइफ के साथ चक्कर चल रहा है। के सी के पास गया और बोला कि मुझे बी को मारना है, बी को मारना चाहिए। उसके बाद के डी के साथ मिल के नाइफ लाया बड़े अनयूजुअल डायमेंशन की, जो उसने एस से प्रिपेयर करवाई। ठीक है, तो के नाइफ के साथ आर्म था और उसने साथ में अकम्पनी कर रहे थे सी और डी। उसने बी को अटैक करा जब वो सो रहा था और 2 इंजरी करके इन्फ्लिक्ट करके उसको मार डाला, जो कि सफिशिएंट थे उसकी डेथ करने के लिए ऑर्डिनरी कोर्स ऑफ नेचर में। इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान के ने डिस्क्लोजर करा परसुएंट जिसके नाइफ वॉज रिकवर्ड। जो कि सफिशिएंट है उसकी डेथ करने के ऑर्डिनरी कोर्स ऑफ नेचर में। इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान के ने डिस्क्लोजर करा परसुएंट जिसके नाइफ रिकवर की गई। के ने डिस्क्लोजर करा जिसके परसुएंट में सेंस में नाइफ रिकवर की गई। ये पाया गया कि वो ह्यूमन ब्लड भी कैरी कर रही थी। ठीक है, ये भी पाया गया कि सी ने एच को कन्फेस करा है उसकी इन्वॉल्वमेंट के बारे में और मर्डर के बारे में, उन तीनों का। किसका? ए, एस और डी, ए, सी और डी के द्वारा तीनों का मर्डर। सी अप्रूवर बन गया और ट्रायल कमेंस होने से पहले ही के मर गया। एविडेंस जो डी के अगेंस्ट है वो क्या क्या है? अप्रूवर की स्टेटमेंट जो उसको इम्प्लीकेट कर रही है और दूसरों को भी इम्प्लीकेट कर रही है, सी है वो अप्रूवर। एस की स्टेटमेंट नाइफ के प्रिपरेशन के रिगार्ड में, ठीक है, क्योंकि के ने तो डी के साथ नाइफ प्रिपेयर करवाया ना। स्टेटमेंट ऑफ विटनेस ऑफ डिस्क्लोजर एंड रिकवरी, विटनेस की स्टेटमेंट रिकवरी और डिस्क्लोजर के बारे में। के ने डिस्क्लोजर करा जिसके परसुएंस में नाइफ रिकवर हुई थी ना। प्रीवियस कन्फेशनल स्टेटमेंट ऑफ सी ने एच को कन्फेस करा था। मेडिकल एविडेंस और एविडेंस जो मोटिव शो कर रहा है, ये सब था। अब शॉर्ट जजमेंट लिखो। इट्स प्रीटी बिग। इन द फैक्ट्स ऑफ केस in hand, K, C and D have committed murder of B in connivance with each other. K died before the trial commenced. C has turned approver. In trial faced by D, prosecution has tried to establish involvement of D in crime by evidence as stated above. Let us appreciate each circumstance and evidence. Approver की क्या क्या statement है? Prosecution has put much emphasis on statement of C who turned approver. In statement, C has implicated himself and others as well. S statement approver can be taken into consideration in section 133 evidence act. एज वेल एज स्टेटमेंट जो है अप्रूवर का कंसिडरेशन में लिया जा सकता है, जैसे कि सेक्शन 133 एविडेंस एक्ट का प्रोवाइड करता है. एन अकम्प्लिश शैल बी कंपिटेंट विटनेस एंड कन्विक्शन इज नॉट इलीगल मियरली बिकॉज इट इज बेस्ड ऑन एन अनकोरोबरेटेड टेस्टिमनी ऑफ अकम्प्लिस और अप्रूवर. Plea of defense that uncorroborated testimony of approver C cannot be made basis of conviction. Attention was drawn to illustration B of 114 Evidence Act, wherein it is stated that court can presume statement of an accomplice is untrustworthy to be relied upon unless corroborated in material particulars. State of Tamil Nadu versus Suresh, it was observed that testimony of an accomplice is no doubt a stigmatized evidence in criminal proceedings. It is on account of inherent weakness which such evidence is endowed with that illustration B to section 114 of Evidence Act suggests that it is open to court to presume that uncorroborated testimony of an accomplice is unworthy of credit. But the legislature has advisedly refrained from including the said category of evidence within the ambit of legal presumptions, but retained it only within the area of factual presumptions by using the expression court may presume. अच्छा, लीगल प्रिजम्पशन तो अलग है, उसमें नहीं रखा है. फैक्चुअल प्रिजम्पशन में कोर्ट में प्रिज्यूम करके रखा है. अच्छा है. इन ऑर्डर टू मेक पोजीशन क्लियर द सेम इनैक्टमेंट हैज़ बीन इनकॉर्पोरेटेड section 133 saying that it is not illegal to convict a person on the uncorroborated testimony of an accomplice. तो लेजिस्लेचर कहाँ तक पढ़ लिया था, थोड़ा पॉज हो गया था, आगे मैं पढ़ ही जा रहा था. द रीजन डेटेयर फॉर सच लेजिस्लेटिव मार्शलिंग is to enable the court to have its freedom to act on the evidence of accomplice in appropriate cases, even without corroboration, if the court feels that a particular accomplice evidence is worthy of credence. Thus, the law is not that evidence of an accomplice deserves outright rejection if there is no corroboration. What is required is to adopt great circumspection and care when dealing with the evidence of an accomplice. Though there is no legal necessity to seek corroboration of accomplice's evidence, it is desirable that court seeks reassuring circumstances to satisfy the judicial conscience that the evidence is true. A bench of 3 judges Supreme Court in Dagdu versus State of Maharashtra. तो दगड़ू वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र में बोला गया था देयर इज नो एंटीथेसिस बिटवीन सेक्शन 133 एंड इलस्ट्रेशन बी ऑफ सेक्शन 114 ऑफ द एविडेंस एक्ट बिकॉज द इलस्ट्रेशन ओनली सेज दैट द कोर्ट मे प्रिज्यूम अ सर्टेन स्टेट ऑफ अफेयर्स. अब पहली बात ये याद रखना, इसमें बहुत सारा 133 और 114 को एक्सप्लेन करने में लगाया हुआ है. ज़रूरी नहीं है इसका आंसर ऐसा ही हो, ये आंसर सही हो नहीं हो, पता नहीं इसमें क्या फोकस, क्या पता दूसरी चीज़ों पे करना. बिकॉज इलस्ट्रेशन ओनली सेज द कोर्ट मे प्रिज्यूम अ सर्टेन स्टेट ऑफ अफेयर्स. इट डज नॉट सीक्स टू रेक अ कंक्लूसिव एंड इररिफ्यूटेबल प्रिजम्पशन. Reading two together, the position which emerges is though that an accomplice as a competent witness and though a conviction may lawfully rest upon his uncorroborated testimony, yet the court is entitled to presume and may indeed be justified in presuming the generality of cases that no reliance can be placed on evidence of an accomplice unless evidence is corroborated in material particulars, by which it is meant that there has some independent evidence tending to incriminate the particular accused in commission of crime. ठीक है, ये हो गया. So keeping in view above mentioned proposition, if we assess the facts of the case in hand, we have to see whether prosecution has been able to prove the complicity of D in crime. Apart from statement of C, there is previous confession of C, approver. Again, this evidence of extrajudicial confession, which is inherently a weak piece of evidence, cannot lend any support to another weak evidence. It is well established that a weak piece of evidence, if it being supported by another weak piece of evidence, then such evidence does not become strong enough to sustain conviction. Similarly, disclosure statement made by deceased accused K and the subsequent recovery of blood-stained knife in pursuance thereof will not connect the present accused with the crime. The circumstance would have been a corroborative piece of evidence against K had he been alive, but in no way shows a participation of accused D in commission of the murder of B. Similarly, evidence showing motive relates to deceased accused K only. Similarly, evidence showing motive relates to deceased accused K only, the murder of K only, and in no way incriminates D in the crime. This can also be said to be a corroboration of statement of approver qua D. Medical evidence admittedly cannot be said to be corroborative of approver's testimony qua this accused. Then remains S statement regarding preparation of knife. This knife has been proved to have been used in committing murder of B. The statement of approver is that K along with D got a knife of unusual dimensions prepared from S. This only piece of evidence cannot be said to be sufficient corroboration for approver's testimony for implicating D in the crime. Therefore, D is entitled to be acquitted of charges under section 302 read with section 34 IPC. सिमिलर व्यू लिया गया था ऐसे कैट वगैरह में, रियल केस का है। सब बार बार बाद में पढ़ लेना थोड़ा टफ था, पर चलो ठीक है। अब है अगला क्वेश्चन। ऑन 5/6/94 at 5 PM, police control room received information that an incident has taken place in house number 10 New Colony. The police reached there and found that wife of the accused has been murdered. The accused told police that he slept with his wife in the back veranda after his brother retired to his bedroom at 10 PM. He locked the collapsible door of veranda, his wife wearing gold ornaments. At 1:30 AM, he felt chilly, so went to sleep in the bedroom. He came out at 4 AM to urinate and found his wife almost naked up to thighs, her tongue protruding, and touching her, he found her dead. He also noted some scratches on her face and neck and her gold ornament missing from her body. पुलिस पहुंची वहाँ और पाई कि वाइफ अक्यूज की मर्डर है। ये सब तो देख लिया था, जितना है उसे एक बार देखते हैं कि 5/6/1994 के दिन सुबह 5 बजे पुलिस कंट्रोल रूम को इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली कि एक इंसिडेंट हुआ है हाउस नंबर 10 न्यू कॉलोनी में। पुलिस पहुंची, वहाँ पाया कि जो अक्यूज़ है उसकी वाइफ का मर्डर हुआ है। अक्यूज़ ने पुलिस को बोला कि उसकी वाइफ के साथ वो सोया हुआ था पीछे के वरांडे में, जब उसके ब्रदर उसके बेडरूम में रिटायर कर गया था 10 बजे। उसने लॉक कर दिया था कोलैप्सेबल डोर वरांडा का, ठीक है। उसकी वाइफ गोल्ड ऑर्नामेंट पहन रखी थी। 1:30 AM को उसको चिली फेल्ट हुआ तो वो उसके बेडरूम में गया। वो आया 4 बजे बाहर सुसु करने के लिए और उसने पाया कि उसकी वाइफ अधनंगी पड़ी हुई है थाइस तक, उसकी टंग प्रोट्रूड हो रही है और टचिंग हर उसने पाया कि वो मर गई। उसने ये भी नोट करा कि कुछ घाव थे उसके चेहरे और गले पे और उसके गोल्ड ऑर्नामेंट मिसिंग थे। उसने बोला कि उसकी वाइफ स्ट्रेंगुलेट की गई थी किसी द्वारा वाइल कमिटिंग थेफ्ट ऑफ हर ऑर्नामेंट्स, उसने ऐसा बोला। ही स्क्रीम्ड एंड आस्क्ड हिज ब्रदर एंड नेबर्स टू इन्फॉर्म द पुलिस। वो चिल्लाया और उसने उसके ब्रदर और नेबर्स को पुलिस को इन्फॉर्म करने को बोला। पुलिस ने पाई इंजरीज, ब्रूजेस के नेचर में एक्सेट्रा फ्रंट पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी पे, नेक पे एज वेल एज ऑन द बैक ऑफ द अक्यूज, नेक पे और अक्यूज के बैक पर भी। अक्यूज ट्राई किया गया मर्डर ऑफ हिज वाइफ कमिट करने के लिए, उसके वाइफ का मर्डर कमिट करने के लिए। कोई आई विटनेस नहीं था अकरेंस का। सर्कमस्टांसेस जो प्रोसिक्यूशन ने सेटअप करे अगेंस्ट अक्यूज वो ये थे। इंफॉर्मेशन टू पुलिस 5 बजे दी गई नेबर द्वारा, अक्यूज द्वारा नहीं दी गई, ठीक। दूसरा, अक्यूज्ड रात को अकेला सोया था इन वरेंडा विद डिसीज आफ्टर हैविंग बीन लॉक्ड द कोलैप्सेबल डोर ऑफ दैट वरेंडा फ्रॉम इनसाइड एंड लॉक हैविंग बीन फाउंड इन कॉर्नर ऑफ द बैक कोर्टयार्ड इन द मॉर्निंग विदाउट बीइंग टेम्पर्ड विथ। The deceased and accused were last seen together. The ornaments which were stated to be on the person of deceased while she was sleeping, of which were found missing when she was discovered having been recovered from the drain hole of the bathroom attached to bedroom of the accused in consequence and in pursuance to disclosure statement made by accused. Injuries found on person of accused in nature of abrasions, contusions, and lastly the accused having given false information to the police by means of his statement. The accused having given false evidence to police by means of his statements. Other evidence was that relation between accused and his wife were cordial. There was some discrepancy in statement of witness of recovery of gold ornaments about the injuries on his person. Accused alleged that he was beaten up by police. Write a judgment. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन अब वापस से पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा. On 5/6/94 at 5 a.m. police control room received information that an incident has taken place in house number 10 New Colony. The police reached there and found that wife of the accused had been murdered. The accused told police that he slept with his wife in the back veranda after his brother retired on his bedroom at 10 p.m. He locked the collapsible door of veranda. His wife wearing gold ornaments. At 1:30 he felt chilly, so he went to sleep in bedroom. He came out at 4 a.m. to urinate and found his wife almost naked up to thighs, her tongue protruding, and on touching her he found her dead. He told his wife as strangulated by somebody while committing theft of her ornaments. He screamed and asked his brother and neighbor to inform the police. Police found injuries in nature of bruises, etc. on the front part of the body, on neck, as well as on the back of the accused. The accused was tried for committing murder of his wife. There was no eyewitness of the occurrence. The circumstances set up by prosecution against the accused during trial were information to police at 5 p.m. given by a neighbor and not the accused. Accused having slept alone at night in veranda with the deceased after having locked the collapsible door of veranda from inside, and lock having been found in the corner of back courtyard in morning without being tampered with. The deceased and accused were last seen together. The ornament which were stated to be on the person of deceased while she was sleeping and which were found missing when she was discovered and having been recovered from the drain hole of the bathroom attached to bedroom of the accused in consequence of and in pursuance of a disclosure statement made by the accused. Injuries found on the person of the accused in nature of abrasions, contusions, and lastly the accused having given false evidence to police by means of his statement. Other evidence that was that relation between accused and his wife were cordial, and there were some discrepancies in the statement of witness of recovery of gold ornaments. About injuries on his person, accused alleged that he was beaten up by police. Write a judgment. Other evidence was relation between were cordial, and there was some discrepancy in statement of witness of recovery of gold ornaments. About injuries on his person, accused alleged that he was beaten up by the police. Answer. In the case in hand, a husband, a deceased husband of the deceased is facing trial of murder case based on circumstantial evidence. It is well established proposition that in cases based on circumstantial evidence, each circumstance must be established and must form a unbroken chain leading only to one irresistible conclusion towards guilt of the accused. If the chain of circumstances is not completely established, then conviction cannot be sustained on isolated circumstances. In a case based on circumstantial evidence, motive to commit crime has great signification. It was observed एक कोई केस में it cannot be laid down that motive may not be very much material in cases depending on direct evidence, whereas Motive is material only when the case depends on circumstantial evidence. There is no legal warrant for making such a hiatus or criminal case for motive for committing the crime. Motive is a relevant factor in all criminal cases, whether based on testimony of eyewitness or circumstantial evidence. The question is in this regard is whether prosecution must fail because it failed to prove the motive, or even inability to prove motive would weaken the prosecution to any perceptible limit. No doubt, if the prosecution proves the existence of a motive, it would be well and good for it, particularly in a case depending on circumstantial evidence. For such motive could then be counted as one of circumstances. However, it cannot be forgotten that it is generally a difficult area for any prosecution to bring on record what was in mind of respondent. Even if investigating officer would have succeeded in knowing it through interrogation, that cannot be put in evidence by them due to the ban imposed by law. So absence of motive itself is not sufficient to discard the case of prosecution, however put the court on its guard to scrutinize other available circumstances against the accused. Prosecution case is that accused made a disclosure statement and in consequence thereof ornaments which were on the person of his wife while she was sleeping were found missing when she was found dead, were recovered from the drain hole of the bathroom attached to bedroom of his house. No doubt recovery of ornaments is relevant factor under the provisions of section 27 of Indian Evidence Act. It has further to be proved by the guilt of other evidence of the articles discovered are connected with offence charge and guilt of the accused. Recovery of some article on dead body and authorship of crime are two distinct aspects, specifically in the case in hand where evidence on record suffers many discrepancies. The prosecution case further is that Ramchandar, a neighbor and not the accused, gave the information to police at 5 am. Prosecution has not examined Ramchandar, rather the accused has examined this witness in defense. While appearing in witness box as DW1, Ramchandar deposed that on hearing shrieks of the accused, he reached the house of the accused and found that accused and his brother present there. He further deposed that the accused narrated him entire story as to how the events took place and then requested him to ring up police as his telephone was out of order. In view of the statement of this witness, no adverse inference can be drawn against the accused from this piece of evidence that report was lodged with the police by the neighbor, not accused himself. Prosecution has alleged that accused was having injury on his person when the police apprehended him. SI Krishan Kumar deposed that there was abrasion and contusion on the neck and back of the accused. A perusal of the statement of brother of accused would reveal that he admitted there was no injury on the person of the accused when police took him to police station. Statement of brother of accused makes this piece of evidence highly doubtful. So far as other pieces of evidences are concerned, there was nothing improbable if husband and wife slept together at night in veranda of their house having locked collapsible door from inside. There was also nothing improbable if the husband, having felt chilly, went to sleep in the bedroom. So it cannot be said that it was the accused who threw the lock in the back courtyard. Therefore, circumstances number 2 and 3 are also of no help in prosecution. In the view of above discussion, it can safely be concluded that prosecution has failed to establish complete change of circumstances leading to only one conclusion of guilt of accused. Therefore, accused is entitled to benefit of doubt as evidence are not sufficient to sustain conviction.